And welcome back to Corbellic Studios. I'm Corbellic. We're going to be doing a really cool, simple silhouette kind of a dog with a long turtleneck that's looking like something out of a circus, maybe. All right, I don't know, but that's where my imagination goes with this. We're really just going to be having fun. I love doing paintings like this because the most simple paintings on eBay, they sell for the most. You don't have to complicate yourself. You don't have to make things so challenging and difficult. We come from a mindset where, the more difficult and technical things that we do, it deserves to have more hours of output and pay. We equate how long that we do things or how difficult that we do things with art, it equates to the money. And that's not how it works at all when it comes to eBay. People really just want originality. People want confidence. They want simplicity. And I love doing paintings like this because it doesn't take no time at all. And we're just collecting the paycheck. So if we're going to make the time go by, let's make the time go by. Play a game with yourself where you're going to say, you know what? I'm just going to do artwork that is simple. It's confident. It's easy for me to do. I don't have to stress myself on it. I can't control it. Let's just put it out into the market and go on to the next one. So this is going to be just a really fun piece right here where I'm just going to be showing you the simplicity that you need to instill also in your day. All right, let's get this going. All right, this is our dog right here. It's kind of like a silhouette monochromatic dog, and it's got a long turtleneck right here. Maybe this is a Christmas turtleneck. We even say it's something like that as well. You can say whatever you want to say about it, and people are going to love it. They're going to buy it. All right, let's do. Whoa, this came out. I guess I still had some dark paint on this one, but that's fine because there is no mistake. There are no mistakes when it comes to art, right? We're just going to clean it up somehow, where we're just going to do maybe like a pink background. Look at that. Just remember, any kind of mistake that happens in art, you're always able to clean it up. You're always able to just ride with it because it was supposed to happen. And those where the happy mistakes come from. I tell this story where I was really struggling to loosen up my art. I mean, I really had a problem with it. I went through so many issues in my head to how to loosen up, how to paint faster, how to go about the art. I wasn't always painting like this. So that's why when I'm able to talk to members in the community, I understand the challenge of going fast and loosening up and just having the confidence of letting go, because I had this problem myself. And I had this dream where it was a celebrity or somebody and they were like, the mistakes and the genius comes in working fast, because you can't predict those mistakes. You can't predict any of that stuff. So the faster that you paint, the faster you let go, the more that you're going to find the mistakes, and people are going to call that the genius. Just let it go. And I remember I woke up and took a note of it. And boom, right there. Man, I love acrylic because it's just so easy to dry, and we get on to the next thing. I mean, I don't want to dibby-dabby with oils. I don't want to deal with it. It's just too much. Why should I do that? We're not doing museum pieces of art here, and I don't want to deal with where I have to have something dry for 6 weeks. Who has 6 weeks of time to let something dry off? Those days are over with. Those days are so over with. I mean, we're heading into 2026. It's about the money. It's about creating fast. You need to think of yourself like a business of hustlers. We are out here getting it. We're not thinking about how things used to be. Yesterday's prices are not today's prices. And that goes with everything in life. And that's literal too, where yesterday's prices are not today's prices when it comes to the market, when it comes to gas prices, rent prices, food prices, but also when it comes to how things were done. People used to think like, oh, once we normalize, we're going to go back to the world that we were living in 2019. 2019 is not coming back. Don't you understand? Stop trying to wish upon a star that these markets and how things was in 2019 are going to come back. They're not. We're in a new world now. We're in the AI revolution. We're in the technocrat revolution. And you can either complain about it, or you can not get involved, or you cannot use your technology to figure out how you need to maneuver in this world, or you could get left behind and you can cry and complain about it. But I'm not going to be one of those people. I can't either evolve or get left behind. 2019 is not coming back. Once the pandemic happened, that's kind of like one of those breakthrough moments. It's kind of like 9/11. Once these moments in history happened, it's a different world that we live in, and it's not coming back. You can either evolve with it or you could complain. That's the key that I coach on a personal level. It's not just about the art, even though I mastered how to do eBay in the new technocrat revolution, where galleries are dead, art shows are dead. Do you see Corbellic? Can you see Corbellic lugging around some art cart, going outside? Hey, setting up a tent. You think I got time for that? Heck no, we're making money. By the time that those people are making any kind of sales and they got to pay their art fees and the fairs and all of that, they're losing money. And I could have been making all of those sales just on this simple painting right here. And I always feel bad when I see those art fairs, because I could tell that the type of people who participate in it, I can see it in their face that they think 2019 is coming back. They're stuck in an old world of selling art. And I feel bad, and I want to be like, and you know what I used to always say to myself, this is before I started my program, I said to myself, I want to help them. Now it's a blessing to God that I get to help them. I get to help you. I always said that. I said, I feel bad that, I said, only if they knew what I know about eBay and selling art and how to monetize and how to use the system, because those days aren't coming back. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this like I'm better. I'm saying this from somebody who's done art fairs. I've done a lot of art fairs. I've done a lot of art events. I've done where I had to pay to play. Hey, you pay and you show up with these other great artists and you put your art on the wall, and then it's a party and nobody buys it. You might get lucky and one person buys your artwork, but the person who bought your artwork was already a warm lead to a friend, to a family member who showed up and they want to support you somehow, so they buy it. You have those one-offs, and it's not even worth it for the time that you're doing. All right, I'm just going to dry this off a little bit so we can go in with some white, and then we're going to be done with this painting. On to the next one. I told you it's going to be really simple. On this one, I'm going to use like our hard pastel. This isn't really like an oil pastel. This is I don't know what they call this, but I get this from Blix, and it's kind of like a pastel, but it's more harder, and it's not messy. It's not like oily. I'm pretty sure you art guys know better of what I'm talking about, whatever this is. You know me. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know any of that stuff. I didn't go to art school. But yeah, I used to do so many art fairs, art events. I used to, when back in my Instagram days when I was big on there, people would invite me, "Hey, you're not going to want to miss out to this great art event. There's going to be so many talented artists there. You're going to love it, and then we're going to have so many great people there that's going to buy your artwork." I'm going to be like, "Whoa." Then I go, "Honey, I'm going to be showing my artwork with a lot of other talented people. I need to do it." Now, at the time, we're broke, right? But the art director told me that I got to pay $500 up front, and then I'll be able to sell a lot of artwork, honey. Oh, well, damn, we don't really have the money. And I feel bad if I say no to you. Okay, well, let's do it and go to the art event. We pay the money and then don't sell any art. I've had it happen so many times. You know who makes the money out of situations like that is the art director who hustled you about the event. They turn it into a party kind of thing. Nobody's buying the artwork, and then you take pictures. Now, what I would do when I knew that I was like maybe getting hustled out of those situations, I would hire one of my friends to take pictures of the artwork or hire a photographer. They come on set and then make promos. I'm doing my own promo. I don't care what anybody's got to say. That way I put it up on Instagram. I put it up on stories to make it seem like, I'm bigger and larger than life and I'm doing this whole thing. And that way I could use it later on. But as far as selling it, I look good online. But as far as the money in my pockets, no money in the pockets. All right. So here, we just did that right there. I like to keep it really simple. Like I said, this is a really simple painting. Huh? Look at that. We did this together. It's a cool dog, holiday dog, you could say, with a turtleneck. Just keep it simple, simplistic, have fun with it, and then on to the next one. That way you could be creating more. We're sticking in our 90-minute gaps. If you want to learn more about our 90-minute gaps, join us this weekend where we're going to be having a mastermind meeting every Sunday. And just click the link below. I'm going to see you on the next video.